start out with for the claimant's knowledge. And I'm graphing this for knowledge cultivation purposes. This is not how you would write a correct sentence structure in a document, contract, postal vessel, court, venue. This is only for educational purposes. So we have for the claimant's knowledge, that would be the cause of the sentence, of the facts. Singular verb is because claimant's knowledge is singular. With the claim. And this, folks, is one of the strongest ways to start your correct sentence structure. It's really hard to go wrong with that base. Now he puts of the law, rules, codes, and regulations. So, regulations is no contract. You're not going to have that in there. So one way to do it would be this. But that's, to me, as a tutor and as a reader, trying to maybe use this with folks that don't know correct sentence structure, that just looks kind of ridiculous. Because if it goes by the rule that what's in brackets is not there, then it's gulations. And what the hell is that? Is that some kind of weird variation on goulash? I mean, what are you going to do? So, what I recommend you do is you go to a thesaurus. You look up the word regulations and you find a synonym for it. So here we see customs, method, mode, practice, rules. We already have rules. Established ways, no contract because of the vowel in front of a consonant. Etiquette, no contract, same reason. Practicing, I mean, you're practicing what? You're practicing for the big game this weekend? We wouldn't use that. Traditional action, you could use traditions. A regulation could be a tradition, and vice versa, I suppose. So it would be up to you as author of your document which one you would prefer to use. So here's what I would do if this is what I was articulating. I would put methods and then put regulations in brackets. Now the abbreviation CSS-CPSG is wrong. It must be hyphenated. If it's to be a correct abbreviation in the context of correct sentence structure, that's how it would look. Now, which brings me to the bottom line. You would necessarily have to bottom line that to keep that full stop from stopping the sentence, just like you would underline this. Because what is underlined, or bottom lined as I say, is to be taken as a whole. So for the claimant's knowledge would be 5, 6, 7. And then with the CSS CPSG would be a 5, 6, 7 as well. Now the quickest way to finish this would be to just switch out of with by. But this doesn't sit well with me personally, because now you're putting perjury as the authority of the sentence, which does not make sense to me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write it, translate it the way that I would do it to the best of my correct sentence structure, communication, PARSE, syntax, grammar, knowledge. So my translation and the way I would write this would be, for the claimant's knowledge of the facts is with the performance claim of the correct sentence structure, communication, PARSE, syntax, grammar with these laws, rules, codes, and methods of this court's ዄTI with the aim of the avoidance with the perjury of the contract parties with this certification by this claimant. Period. And then backwards, that would be for this claimant of this certification is with the contract parties of the perjury with the voidance of the aim with this court's ዄTI of these laws, rules, codes, and methods with the correct sentence structure, communication, parse, syntax, grammar of the performance claim with the facts by the claimant's knowledge. So in my claim, I've used pretty much everything that David used. I started off with the claimant's knowledge of the facts, right? Claimant's knowledge is the cause, the facts is the concern. Singular verb is because claimant's knowledge is singular. With the performance claim is the possessive, it's possessing the facts. What's the performance claim concerned with? It's concerned with correct sentence structure. What's possessing the correct sentence structure? These laws, I made laws plural, he had it singular. With these laws, rules, codes, and methods. What are those concerned with? They're concerned with this court's ዄTI, which I did a salvage claim on ₦ because use, U-S-E, is no contract. It's a vowel in front of a consonant. So I use the word ₦ in my correct sentence structure contracts. So with this court's ޮ, what's possessing the court's ޮ or usury? The aim. We're aiming at something. It's a purpose. And what's the aim concerned with? The aim is concerned with voidance. And what's possessing the voidance? The perjury. It's the voidance of the perjury. We don't want any perjury here. Okay? So what's the perjury concerned with? The contract parties. The folks that are contracting on the geometric level playing field. What's possessing the contract parties? The certification. This certification, this claim, is certifying it by this claimant. And I finished it off because my knowledge is the cause of this particular claim. I'm going to finish it off by taking authority over it. Because why wouldn't I? I wrote it. I mean, technically, if this were something that I were writing. I know David-WYNN Miller wrote that one, but this is for knowledge cultivation purposes. And then backwards, it works the same way. Claimant becomes the cause. What's the cause concerned with? The certification. Singular verb is. What's possessing the certification? The contract parties. Contract parties are certifying it when you go backwards. What are the contract parties concerned with? The perjury. What's possessing the perjury? The voidance. What's the voidance concerned with? The aim, the purpose of this whole thing. What's possessing the purpose? The court's ȯ, the court's usage. What is the court's usage concerned with? The laws, rules, codes, and methods. The laws, codes, rules, and methods that the court is using. Got it? What's possessing those? Correct sentence structure. So we're using correct sentence structure laws, rules, codes, and methods. And what is that correct sentence structure concerned with? The performance claim. This right here, what we're talking about, this thing that's written. Now, a way that you can generalize this and take the claimant out of it to make it a generalized statement would be to do this. For the performance claim with the correct sentence structure is with these laws, rules, codes, and methods of this court's ȯ with the aim of the voidance with the perjury by the contract parties. And then backwards it would be for the contract parties of the perjury are, plural form of the verb are because contract parties is plural, with the voidance of the aim with this court's ȯ of these laws, rules, codes, and methods with the correct sentence structure by the performance claim. So going forwards, performance claim would be the cause concerned with correct sentence structure. Singular verb is. Laws, rules, codes, and methods are possessing correct sentence structure because they're written in correct sentence structure. And what are those laws, rules, codes, and methods concerned with? The court's use, the court's ȯ. What's possessing the court's ȯ? The aim. What's the aim concerned with? The voidance. What's possessing the voidance? The perjury. And who's the authority of the voidance of the perjury? The contract parties. So the contract parties want to void the perjury. Going backwards, contract parties becomes the cause. What are the contract parties concerned with? The perjury of the perjury. Plural verb are because contract parties is plural. Voidance is possessing the perjury. But what is the voidance concerned with? The aim. So the aim is the avoidance of the perjury, or the aim is the avoidance with the perjury. Either which way, mathematically certified, going forwards and backwards, these facts maintain their same value. We don't want perjury. We want to avoid that, right? So what's possessing the aim? The court's use, the court's œTI. This court, the four corners of the document. The aim is no perjury. What is concerned with this court's usage or œTI? What's that concerned with? The laws, rules, codes, and methods that it's using. What's possessing those laws, rules, and codes and methods? The correct sentence structure with the correct sentence structure, communication, parsing, syntax, grammar. And what is the authority of that? The performance claim, by the performance claim. The performance. We are performing correct sentence structure. We are avoiding the perjury. Period. End of story. See, I didn't need anybody to tell me to hit the gavel. The imaginary gavel. This was for some advanced students out there. High, intermediate, advanced students. But I know that the beginners out there will get something from this as well. And I know that there will be folks out there who say, oh, wow, he's criticizing DAVID-WYNN, Miller. To those of you out there who feel some sort of way about that, I mean, you don't have to watch this channel. You can go learn from David and try that stuff if you want to. It's all your own personal choice. I'm not telling you or suggesting that you go do that. I'm saying that's your choice. But right here on this channel, you can study over 1,000 correct sentence structure videos and perhaps get a deeper cognition of what all of this that I just showed you means, plus a whole lot more. Thank you for watching. Que sera, sera.